How you doing, YouTube? Mountain Massive Beer Reviews back with a little bit of Gose time in the form of Avery Brewing's El Gose. Yeah, it's been a while since I've had a Gose. It's the middle of summer. I should be chugging a shit out of these, but I haven't had one in a bit. I had a bunch of Berliners, but it's been a while since I had a Gose, so I'm super excited to dive into it. As far as what it says in this can, it says El Gose German-style sour ale. Salud, cheers, Prost. Brewed with Montreal mountain water, malted barley, malted wheat, limes, sea salt, hops, and yeast. That'd be that. You know, it's got those Day of the Dead kind of Day de Muertos kind of skull kind of going on there, and you know, it's kind of just black and white with a little bit of limeness going on there because they have limes in there. So you gotta put that lime color in there, otherwise people won't know there's limes in it. Anyway, man, it's been a bit since I've had a Gose. It's super hot today. This is like, we're kicking off like one of the most brutal hot weeks we've had in this area in quite some time. It's going to be like a low of 72 for the next like 7 days and like in the mid to high 90s the whole time. So footing the bill here. Super hazy. Way hazier than I remember a lot of the Goses I've had as of late have been, except for the extra kind of kooky double dry hop variety. You know, pinky finger, just off white head, just underneath, super tight and packed bubbles. And yeah, she's got a soft taste to her, not too crazy. Does she look the part of a Gose? Sure. Does she smell the part? Let's see what she smells like. Smells like double word. My brain skipped there. Excuse me. Really not much there. You get a soft minerality out of the nose. I wouldn't necessarily say it's salt, but it's kind of like a heavy mineralized water kind of thing. On top of that, a soft, super soft liminess. Not acidic, not vibrant. You just kind of get it a little bit there. A little bit of sweetness. And that's that. It smells very refreshing. Smells very bright. Smells very sprightly. Doesn't smell much like a beer Gose otherwise. It's kind of like a sprightly beverage. Let's dive in. Cheers. Okay. That is by far and away the most non-tart, non-sour Gose I've ever had. Wow, that's really, really weird. Because it is. It's kettle sour, but it's like the loosest interpretation of something that could ever be considered a kettle sour. Like, it's like almost like, I don't want to call it even kettle sour. It's that gentle on that tart kind of sour end of things, but it's there. But it's like, you know, just the ever so slightest bit of dot of it. There's a huge kind of coriander vibe to it. I mean, you're talking about a traditional Gose, you're typically talking about some spices and coriander stuff like that. And usually it's kind of like, you don't see that a lot. And a lot of the newer American-born Goses nowadays is usually a huge salinity profile, over the top with salt, not too crazy in here, or over the top with other things, whether it be making the sour go an extra mile, or making that you know, lime super bright, or adding some hops to it. This is just big, huge, overpowering coriander. That lime is there, but it's very skinny, not that juicy, not that acidic. The salinity level on this is very, very tiny. And God, I mean, absolutely a little nice kind of cool, nutty kind of maltiness to it. But then like the ever so slightest bit of sourness. I mean, it's like literally like, I feel like I'm kind of doing a disservice by even calling it a sour. Yeah, it's an interesting beer. It actually has a lot of layers, albeit they're not all that cohesive. They're a bit disjointed. It's not bad. That coriander, if that was dropped out a bit, that spiciness, I think it would play a lot better, but still have a really hard time calling this a Gose. But at the same time, you know, it's kind of refreshing. But damn, that coriander, it's just too big for me to get down with. I really want to try to enjoy it, but it just goes too far for me. Yeah, can't really get past it, so that's kind of a bummer. So yeah, definitely not really much of a sour. Way too heavy-handed on the spiciness coming off as coriander to me, and the lime and the salt. When they talk about that, they put it on the label here. It is a Gose made with lime and sea salt. those are very two small components. I would say even the nutty maltiness of it is even bigger than those two. So it's a little bit kind of discombobulated. And well, not necessarily a bad beer. I can see some people really enjoying this. If your flavor profile, your palate skews to liking these kind of flavors, just kind of misses the mark for me. Let's talk about it. Is it one of the better Goses I've had as of late? No. Value and availability? No idea. It's Avery. It's in a can. Chances are it's going to come in 4 to 6 packs, be relatively cheap, and leave you with, if you like what we like this. As I throw in like go. Let's see. If you like coriander, that'd be pretty much it. You know what I mean? I don't know what else to say. If you want to know what a Gose would be like, if you want to know what the world's least soured beer in the history of mankind would be like, that's where this beer kind of lands for me. So it's kind of a more of a interesting beer to try to see where beers can go while not being themselves. Other than that, it's kind of a hard pass for me. There you go. Another review in the books down there if you want to talk about it. Massive Beers. If you want to check me out doing the social media stuff, Beer Massive. If you want to check me out doing the whole podcasting stuff, hopefully you guys enjoyed our review. Hopefully you're enjoying a Gose more saltier and limier than this one. And hopefully you don't throw your mic, and hopefully see you next time. Cheers.